Viper, which is not too bad of a lane for the Viper, honestly, but we'll have to see how it turns out.
I keep looking at this Bloodseeker and thinking it's a core Bloodseeker. Like that is my initial response for this. But KuroKy looks like he's got some jungle items there. Stab Shield and Quelling Blade. But how are we looking? Arteezy, they're just going to go stock standard, it looks like.
Yeah,
not going to mess around.
Sai is also going for the boots here.
Yeah, boots first. Observer Ward, get that down as quickly as you can. Now, we're not going to see the lanes pan out just yet. And the fact that Loda has gone for his Ring of Protection and a bit of regen, I think he's still going to consider going up to that aggro tri-lane.
I think it could still be either with Silent Bull. It's just very versatile. I think they might decide if they get any info based off Team Secret. If they show any of their heroes, they might try to decide their lanes based off that. Otherwise, it looks like they might just go dual lanes here. With the Vengeful and Viper top, and you see Leshrac and the Gyro heading towards the bottom.
Arteezy is waiting. Stout Shield and Tangos, not sure what he's going to be building into yet. You know, with this, you can save up for the Ring of Health. You can go for a Quelling Blade, buy a Poor Man Shield. It's such a great way just to, you know, stay open in terms of laning phase.
Yeah, I agree. You can also even go for the bot if he turns out to be mid in the end, and like you can also buy a TP right off the bat. Stuff like that.
Whatever happened to mid anti-mage? We saw that a couple of times in SEA, and I think Mushi played it once or twice. But
like it's definitely not optimal in any way by any means, but it's just something you do when you want to dodge the lanes, basically.
Okay. Well, so far, Effing Mad is going to be heading up the top for now to help out Admiral Bulldog, but they're looking for a 1v1 here. Dodge out these lanes as much as they can, and right now it's down to mind games. Who gets the better bit of intel and who gets the better matchup? Zai will be the Clockwork off lane, heading up against Loda on the Gyrocopter. Ake playing that Leshrac mid. Pycat Shadow Fiend against S4's Puck. That's the lane I'm going to be watching pretty closely, while Kuro with Sentry Wards looks like he's going to be heading into the jungle as that Bloodseeker. Up at top is Puppy Dazzle supporting Arteezy on the Anti-Mage. They're facing up against Effing Mad Venge and Bulldog on the Viper. Out of these lanes, bot lane, you've got to favour the Gyrocopter against the clock. You know, trapping in the cogs, Rocket Barrage, kind of melts him down. So Loda should be getting some decent farm there.
Especially with the boots pick up on the Clockwork as well. He's not going to have enough regen at all to sustain it against the Gyro. His Sai's just going to look for some free XP here as much as he can, and then eventually leave the lane.
And then top lane, Viper up against the Anti-Mage. The harass is really going to annoy Arteezy. Surprise factor is going to be Kuro on this Bloodseeker. Once he hits, what, level 3 or 4, comes out of the jungle, things can start getting a little bit messy.
Yeah, like, Alliance is definitely going to look to be aggressive in the top lane. If at any point things go wrong for them, they go slightly, like, behind enemy lines, and KuroKy comes in with the Thirst. He can definitely clean up, but the most of the action is gonna look to assume when like the Puck hits level 6 or the Bloodseeker hits level 6. It's gonna be quite easy to gank the Shadow Fiend mid, I believe, with level 6 Puck and the Broad Rage.
Definitely. Now, middle lane, this is a pretty heavy skill-based matchup. S4, so far, last hit-wise, 3-3 with the Shadow Fiend 7-2. Pycat doing very well early on. But we've already seen him. Oh, the Puck actually burned through a salve. Who's going to get that bottle first? It's going to be the SF, yeah. Yeah,
it looks like Pycat. This is just a matchup that when SF gets the early souls from Necromastery, just goes really in his favor. And yeah, some good lasting in the start can really turn the lane in his favor. But we'll see how things go when he gets ganked later on.
What is Zai up to? Moving around in the jungle looking for a pull through or something like that, but Ake has found himself an Invis rune. That could be the opening he needs to go and gank mid, but he's actually heading down towards the bottom lane, putting a little more pressure onto Zai down here, and they've got no idea where this Leshrac is.
Like, this is just so stressful for Zai and S4 right now, not knowing where their Leshrac is. Like, a good stun could even lead to S4 dying in the mid lane or Zai bottom. So actually, Sai is still really aggressive though.
Yeah, he's really far up this lane, and Ake, they know where he is. Ake's just going to be, oh, there's the cock to start things off. Split Earth, not cast just yet, but the Rocket Barrage going through takes Zai down to about half HP, and Ake is still there, ready and waiting. A little pause comes out. So, does Zai die here, or can he TP out?
I'm not sure actually. Was this a pause? It seems like the server's lagging out to me. Oh no,
that was a pause for Bloodseeker.
That was probably just on my end then.
No, it says S4 had a bit of a freeze as well, so it might be the servers.
Okay. I'm not sure if Sai did actually see the Leshrac yet, because for me it seems like the invisible buff is still active on him.
Just. He's about to come out of it.
Yeah, so if Sai doesn't notice the Leshrac in time, he might get stunned and just killed by that. But we'll see. If he's fast enough on the fingers, he might be fine. with a good... Oh, he actually has cogs and cooldown as well, but he has a teleport. We'll see.
Yeah, he's got boots and TP. Like, if he runs south, maybe he can TP out in time just because Leshrac is so far back, but it's going to be a close
The only way
one.
he does it, though, is if he Leshrac misses a stun first, I think.
Oh, well, there's likely to start things off. Stun, not going to land, but Rocket Barrage trying to clean up here. One more right-click out from Loader, and that'll be your first blood for Alliance up against Team Secret.
Yeah, it's just like, even if they miss the splitter stun, it buys them enough time from side juking that the Rocket Barrage is just going to melt him down. So, well played by Alliance there.
And mid lane, S4 gets his bottle delivered. Whose boots are those? Kuroki's boots. So he has hit level 3. Probably going to be looking to make a move towards this mid lane or maybe up the top sometime soon, because right now Anti-Mage, he's got 12 last hits. You know, he's not doing awfully by any means. The fact that Viper is 16 for 2 and AM has managed to somewhat keep up is pretty impressive by Arteezy.
Yeah, I agree. He has to figure out tangles and a potion for himself now, though. But this is definitely respectable last hits for the Anti-Mage. Like 12 against 18. It's not that shabby against the vengeful Viper lane, especially considering you have the Kuroki free-farming in the jungle meanwhile.
Now Zai at bot lane, he's really pushing it to the limits, getting up as close as he can to this creep wave to get some experience. Loader, with the phase boots now, should be able to make sure that he zones him out as efficiently as possible. Puppey.
Yeah, like, even if he's not doing too hard in the bot lane, he's getting level 4 and he's actually securing a lot of runes as well. Or not the first one, but this one is going to get haste for himself.
Could this lead to anything? He's got one in that. He's level 4. He could actually go for another point of Battery Assault here. Do a decent amount of damage to Arke, but Shadow Fiend waiting in the wings with a Split Earth. They could turn this around, but landing it on a hasted Clockwork with Battery Assault, not the easiest proposition. Kuroki did make a move up the top, but they're not going to find anything up there. Puck has caught up and overtaken the Shadow Fiend attack. 21 for 9, 19 for 4 as Pycat bringing his bottle back with some brown boots of his own. Has he got the jungle stacked up? No, not too much actually. As S4 is going a little bit aggressive here, not going to tank a raise or anything. Pycat taking a lot of damage there for nothing in return. As
solo kill.
Fun to see, yeah. Solo kill down with that Clockwork.
Yeah, even without cooldown, so that definitely has to be a misplay of some sort by Sai, I feel. But this mid lane is super far. He's gonna get pulled in now.
Coil and Kuroki's coming in. Blood right, gonna be thrown out. Split Earth not gonna land, and S4 just bottles up. One more click out. He's got phase shift, and he's perfectly fine. Kuroki now can turn and chase with the Orb of Venom, slowing him down. One more right click out from S4, and that's a double kill.
Yeah, this is just when Bloodseeker thrives. They get the initial kill on the Shadow Fiend quite easily, actually. But when the Leshrac comes in a bad position and you just start pummeling the right clicks on him, and the thirst comes out, it's just no way of Aki getting out there. So really good timing by Kuroki and S4 there. It definitely shows that they have played this before.
So at this stage of the puck, this is something I've always really wondered. Oh, he's answered my question actually. How much do you prioritize dagger? Do you go for treads now to dominate the lane even further against the Shadow Fiend, or do you try and sort of sneak your way towards that blink a little bit faster? And
in my opinion, you definitely go treads here. It's just so good for laning, as you said. It gives you a lot of more mana upkeep with the tread swap, and it also gives you health with the strength threads toggled on. Just a good item. It's really high value in the item, I think, for the cost. So yeah, I would agree with it. The Blink Dagger Rush is something you generally just want to do slightly behind.
Okay. Well, Arteezy now with his Ring of Health is going to be tanking through these crits a little bit, farming the jungle with Puppey healing him up, but there's no real way for Bulldog or Epic Man to take him down. That was a slip of the tongue. Didn't mean for that. The Twitch memes are too heavy.
Yeah. I mean, like, Arteezy not doing too hot in this early game. He's actually doing fine for himself. He got the Ring of Health. But Secret's game plan is just to create a lot of attention onto Sai, Kuroki, and S4 so that Arteezy can recover later on. But he's actually doing not too shabby already, so as you said, they can't really kill him unless they get a really good swap or something later on, but definitely gonna be hard.
And then Puppey, his positioning has been pretty damn good. If you can't kill AM because of Blink, you won't be killing the support behind it. But there has been no real opportunity to take down that Dazzle. Yeah. Now, Kuroki making his way across. Probably just wants to head over to that side shop, but if there's a kill to be had, why not take it at the same time? Bulldog a little bit far up. Here comes the Rupture onto Viper, holding his ground a little bit there. Blood right is going to silence up a couple. Puppey. Now he's going to grave himself just in time, but Loader's here with the right foot down to cooldown as well. He's going to land onto 2, maybe 3. They finish off Puppey's Dazzle, but Arteezy hiding in the trees will find a little place himself as Sai is punched up. walked into the middle of the rocket barrage. Puck now goes forward with the waiting rift and takes down two at the same time. Bulldog with Ake. They're both left alone. Maybe they can find a kill back onto this Bloodseeker, and they will do so, but Arteezy and S4 on the retreat. What was that, a 3-for-3 exchange? They're looking for a little bit more. Bulldog, Ake taking a hefty amount of damage, but there's no killing blow there for Team Secret.
I think this was a little bit of an unnecessary risk from Team Secret. They were fine just farming the early game. They had good levels, but they don't really have to do it. With that said, they killed the gyro, so it's not the worst thing ever. But it's a little bit unnecessary perhaps.
Or can Pycat get another raise? He's got phase shift, so he'll be able to dodge out a right click, and now KuroKy comes in with the blood right.
He's gonna rupture as well. Oh, they're not gonna
out.
The rupture on the Bloodseeker is actually quite weird in my opinion. Like the level 1 ruptures don't seem to be that effective, but like the rank 2 or the rank 3 seems to be one of the more devastating ultis in the game.
Yeah, it's basically at level 2 it's stand still or you die.
Yeah.
You drop down to like 100 HP and I'll just right click you twice.
Sai's going on fucking mad here in the bottom jungle.
Yeah, he's found him. Doesn't have hook shot, but he's got the level 3 battery assault and a rocket flare to boot, so that's going to be a pretty simple kill and pick up there for Zai.
Yeah, solo kill without having any vision at all. Really well processed in mind by Sai there, and it's also going to give him the level 6 that he desperately needs.
Can they kill Loda though? Like with that level 6, we've seen how difficult it is for Zai to get in there under Rocket Barrage. Maybe with the DD puck, it lasts for another couple of seconds.
Yeah, if they hit all their spells appropriately on Gyrocopter, I think they get him, but Loda seems to know what's up and he's just hiding around in the jungle.
Waiting behind that tier 1 tower. Smoke up at top, the two supports. Happy Mad and Ake, they've got the stuns, they've got plenty of damage with the Lightning Storm as well. But Arteezy with 1 point up in Mana Shield, he's gone for stats, yeah he must have done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 points in stats. And Bulldog, pretty deep behind this tier 1, going for that mech build as we regularly see from the Vipers.
Yeah. As you see, Arteezy has to know what's up here when Bulldog plays that aggressively. He's never done that so far in the laning phase, and with that said, Arteezy is probably looking, or like thinking something is going to be around, so something's going to be happening, so just hiding in the jungle here.
Loda TP's up the top at exactly the right time, because Secret were going for a smoke of their own down to bot, and it looks like they'll just try and trade off some damage onto the tier 1 towers. The Radiant tier 1 of bot is a little bit more damaged, but with the fact that Pycat with 36 souls, Admiral Bulldog just hammering away this tier 1 on top, they should trade off pretty evenly here.
Oh yeah, Alliance should push a lot faster, but they should still favor Team Secret, I feel, because just of their power in the late game, and also the fact that Arteezy is farming the mid lane during the time.
Arteezy, 45 for 2, Ake's Lightning Storm. Now, Alliance, once they get their mech up on Viper, is that going to be an indicator to actually go and just 5-man and push into towers? Or do you want to be a little more relaxed to stop? Because if you do that, Anti-Mage will be doing, like you're saying, split pushing. Do you want to be a little more relaxed and control your own jungle? Or do you want to actually go in all in?
I think you whenever you play like a 5-man strategy, you always want to keep calm and like relaxed in a sense, but you also don't want to give them space. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to stress towers that you feel is not favorable for you, like trades and stuff like that. But you definitely want to keep the aggression up, so you have to be smart about it. Kill Roshan's when it's a good timing for it, like they're going for the mid now. Doesn't seem like Secret is going to get a good trade off this, so this is definitely a good push for them. But they really have to be smart about it so they don't give up unnecessary trades, because that's when things start going wrong.
Definitely, and if they can start taking map control now, when they're really starting to pad out the stats and they're getting Wave of Terror leveled up in a short while, maybe they look towards the Roach Pit in the next 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, most likely.
He's going BKB first. That's a big lead actually. On to 3, the cooldown deterrent there, stopping S4 from initiating, but KuroKy looks like he's still planning to go in with the rupture down, but there's no backup from the rest of his team.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to maybe catch somebody when his teammates was putting out or something like that, and just create space for Artour, essentially.
11-minute Blink Dagger and Smoke for Puck. Maybe? Like, at this point, you know the Anti-Mage is the primary target for Alliance. He's farming pretty well, he's going to be onto his Battle Fury soon. Do you try and bait him out, he pushes top tier 1 and you smoke up behind him? Because you've got that Blink to counter-initiate.
Yeah, I mean, like, the way to deal with Anti-Mage is definitely not ganking him in this game, I think. They don't really have the tools to do that, so it's just a lot more about shutting down the game frame, clear out the towers, get Roshans, and like gain map control in that sense. And maybe like, I don't think you're gonna kill this Anti-Mage in a long time unless he fights you, but try to like, yeah, divide the map in your favor and create space, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just try to limit how much sort of farming space he has.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of in a sense have to assume that he's gonna get farm in this game.
Got the Dream Coil onto Pycat. S4 taking a hefty amount of damage though. Swap back onto Pycat, who has a DD. Call down. Not gonna land onto anyone as S4 is already on the retreat. And Kuroki with a movement speed buff, 564 movement speed on him. Get him away, but that's smoke in. The reveal of the Blink Dagger, not really getting too much done. They nearly killed Pycat, but nearly isn't quite enough. Maybe now, Zai has found Arke in the trees, and this poor little Leshrac. The Rainbow Horsey caught in the cogs, Battery Assault with the Rocket Flare. The cast time, actually gets the Split Earth down, still going to get finished off though by the Illusion from Puck and Zai. TP's out and away from the Admiral Bulldog Viper.
I mean, it's unfortunate that they didn't actually manage to kill Pycat there, but they're giving, at the same time, they're giving Archer so much space. He's just farming the jungle this whole time. As you see, he's sitting on 0 kills, 0 assists, 0 deaths at this point. Just no involvement at all in any aggression or team fights whatsoever. So they're just gonna look to, even if they die there, I think it's still fine for Secret. They're just gonna look for like a lot of space creation and make sure that Arteezy gets the farm he needs, and make sure that the Alliance doesn't ever get in a 5-man position where they can just pummel down towers.
With Pycat, how close is he to that BKB? He's on 1,000 gold after the Ogre Club. I'm assuming BKB here. You know, usually if we see the Sanjin Yasha, it's Yasha first into S and Y. So an early BKB for him, and the same for the Gyro?
Yeah, most likely. I think they really need them in order to teamfight and push towers effectively. It's not really what you want to do, like this early, especially with the change that was done to BKB a couple months ago. But I think it's necessary.
S4 is prepping himself, but actually over towards mid lane, Zai is looking to get dropped here. Not enough damage just yet, and the Blood Right will hold out Effing Mad and Bulldog. TP away from the Vengeful Spirit, and down bot, S4 has defended his tier 1, while Arteezy at the same time takes tier 1 at top, so great pressure and defense there from Team Secret. Defending, playing aggressively towards mid, and then pushing at the same time. All 3 facets you want from your team.
Yeah, like S4 is just gonna play out the wave as much as he can and having top hit behind him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Like very aggressive call on used by over there.
Yeah, just trying to take this tower as quickly and safely as possible. Puppy going in for the deny, and S4 trying to secure this. Okay, no, he's not gonna get it. Tries for the final last click in there. Doesn't quite find it. Now Arteezy still up at the top lane. Loader actually being sent back to try and fend him off, while S4 orb forward after the Blink. Bulldog is left to his own devices down the bot lane, but there's no push forward, no advance there from Team Secret. Now just noticed the overlay does say Frankfurt 2014. We'll get that fixed for the next game. Now, this Vengeful Spirit, 0, 2, and 3, what do you look for from the Venge? Is this mainly for defensive purposes now with a swap to get someone out of trouble? Because the aggressive play hasn't been that great from Effing Mad.
Yeah, like, with the magic maxed out skill build, I think it's a
yeah, Loader at top. Zai's found him in the cogs, and Arteezy finishes him off with that Mana Void. While Arke being held out by the Blood Right from Kuroki, and this is just dominant at this point in the game from Secret.
Yeah, definitely. They're just so good at clearing out the map-based teams, and Alliance seem to never, whenever they go for these pushes, it seems to work because S4 is always there and clearing out the Secret, so it's really hard for them to commit to lanes.
Psych it out. Oh, the swap back stops his TP. He's probably dead anyway, but just to secure that kill, because Arteezy escaping with 200 HP. Battle Fury completed. His farming time begins. And S4 was still pushing down at bottom lane. You know, they have taken full control of the map, but it seems over the past 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, they've done everything absolutely perfectly.
Yeah, like just Sai and S4 just created so much space for them. As I said before, they're just putting a lot of pressure, even though the Gangsta might always work. It's just that Alliance's lineup doesn't really have the ways to deal with the Bloodseeker in the front row. They're gonna go here against like that.
Found him, they found him. They can't get the Requiem off, and he will slow them down a little bit with that dying Requiem from him, but Loader. Little Humming Missile out. Looking at the net worth graph, and yeah, 4 minutes ago, Alliance were in the lead. You know, it wasn't a great lead, 5,600, but that has plummeted massively. Secret taking about a 2k net worth lead, and Experience looking towards 4,000 mark.
Yeah, it's just that Alliance doesn't really have the necessary needs to deal with the Puck, the Bloodseeker, and the Anti-Mage. They're just too mobile of heroes, so it's just really hard to deal with them. And as a result, they have to 5-man a lot, and it's really unfortunate for them. Because they have the lead, as I said.
Yeah, just a little explanation about these seeding games. They go through this sort of double elimination bracket, and the top 3 teams, we'll come back to this in a second, as Zai's been swapped, the Cogster hold him in place, but Loda, a Lightning Storm and Rocket Barrage will manage to take down Zai here. Sooner rather than later, hopefully for them. He even throws the cooldown just to finish him off. He nearly sneaks his way out, but look at Arteezy cutting the wave between Tier 1 and Tier 2. And this comes back to the point you were making very late on into the draft. They don't have anything to deal with him. No Hex, no Silence, nothing to just hold him in place.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. And Secret is just looking to farm up a lot. You know, Sai, I don't think that play that he just did was very necessary. He can in alone by himself without much of a chance of killing anyone off, but he's just trying to, I don't know, create distraction. And as you see, like, he doesn't really care about his farm because they have Kuroki, which is a really greedy 4 position in this game, which means that they basically swap roles in this game.
And S4 with that Blood Rage on him, if he can get his full arsenal spells down onto pretty much any target, right? Maybe not the excess of the BKB, but Dagon, Orb, Waning Rift, Dream Coil, they just melt.
Yeah, this is gonna be some crazy damage. Also the Solar Crest now on Kuroki, yeah, which they're gonna smoke now for Roshan.
Zai doesn't get caught in the smoke though. He's going for the Guardian Greaves, it looks like. This is something I've really been enjoying in my own games. Buying Arcanes on here is like, you know, we saw from Tidehunter a hell of a lot. But even Clockwork, who's that initiator who needs a little bit of healing, really does benefit from the stats you get from it as well. But Guardian Greaves are a great item in Clockwork.
Yeah, I agree. You can hear like a whistle back and here's like that. It's really beneficial sometimes. So I like to pick up and so fast now.
What's it done? Where did he go?
Yeah, that Solar Crest just doing work.
Ridiculous amount of damage. This does free up Puppey, because he's not forced to go into that medallion, he's not gone for Urn or anything like that. Hook shot in, they're going to catch out Pycat here, and there's the damage. Even with the BKB, does come out a little bit late, but they're going to try and take down Zai. So the raise is not enough to finish him off. So Pycat holding his ground now. Kuroki chased down by Admiral Bulldog, the homing missile following through, but that should be Kuroki going down to the homing missile in the NS4 in the back. Kuroki's healing up actually. Is he going to be okay? What level's the missile? It's level 1. He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine. Now, Rocket Flare throwing out. S4 is still hunting people down, and he's got the damage to do it.
Dire's middle to go here, I think. Is under attack.
Oh.
Well,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Arteezy gonna blink forward, Mana Void. One more hit out there from the puck. We'll find that and secure the kill. Loda, Rocket Barrage does keep Arteezy at bay for now.
But now Bulldog though in the middle, and he's really alone with the S4 with the Shadow Fiend and the Ventus were already dead. Cycleway holding his ground pretty well.
Bulldog couldn't get the last click out there, and Zai, no TP. They'll get taken down by that poison attack. Loda coming in for a bit of experience and shed gold. Kuro's waiting around here. Blood Right, Rupture at the ready. I just, like, watching Arteezy do this is beyond me. He's just constantly cutting waves.
Yeah, but he just knows the fact that we talked about this whole game that, how is Alliance gonna kill him? Like, it's gonna have to be a swap and splitter sound, something like that. But even then, if they get the perfect combination, he still has the Aegis, so he's perfectly fine. And at the same time, Puppey has been farming this top lane for the last 3 minutes or something. He's just not been involved.
Oh, Pycat.
And he just doesn't have to.
Oh, Pycat. You're down to 24 souls. You're going to drop even further now. The cooldown will not land onto anyone. Does a little dance and jumps herself away. Kuroki gets stunned out. Pycat, Mana Void stops the TP, and Arteezy finds the kill there as S4 now has a chance to chase a few more people down. Not with that hit Kuroki as well. Anybody but the Dream Coil will catch them both into the Blood Right. Effing Mad going to drop here to S4's Waning Rift. And Lotus can't stop Arteezy now battling through it all. The Rocket Barrage is not going to be enough to finish off S4, but Splitter is good. Catches Arteezy, Zai with a shot across and catches Loda into the cogs. Admiral Bulldog is pushed back and Zai gets taken out, but the Dagon from S4 finishes off that poor little Gyro. Arteezy re-enters the land of the living. Secret basically only lose 1.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Alliance, Shadow Fiend down to 12 souls now. Gyrocopter even with that early rush BKB. You know, these are the items which are meant to win them team fights. and win them
Radiant
convincingly.
structures are
So then they can go and
fortified.
take objectives, go and take Roshan, push into tier 2s and control the match, but they're getting
Radiant's
slaughtered.
middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, as you see, like just S4 and like pretty much S4, he can just do what he wants in this fight. He's getting out multiple illusory orbs and winning whips, combined with the coral and the Dagons, with the blood rage. It's just like if they don't kill the S4 early enough, I think they're just gonna wreck them in the fight, honestly.
Level 3 Dagon.
Yeah,
It's
and
getting...
he's getting closer to rank 4 as well now.
Yeah, at this point you just finish it. You just go for the rank 5 and then start thinking about your next stuff.
Yeah, for sure. It just makes so much sense with the blood rage buff as well.
Got Bulldog with the BKB. What are we looking at across the board for items here? Double bracer in our case. That's the double bracer build I was talking about, but it's not the situation you want to be in. You want to have dual scepter, you want to go in the case and things like that. A few utility items.
Yeah, these bracers are not game winning by any means. They're just... He realizes that he's in a bad spot and they really have to...
High Cat dropped to a quarter of his HP by S4 jumping in, and S4 just jumps himself straight back out with that haste rune. Trying
He's
to
just
get
gonna
away.
run away.
He's fine.
Yeah.
And then
Look
Zai's
at that forces so much rotations. 4 heroes in the mid lane. Now even Loda showing up as well.
Yeah. Weave onto Bulldog with Zai waiting in the wings. Hook shot at the ready, and there's the level 4 Dagon. As S4 made his way all the way back. Does he still have a homing missile on him? Where is it? Oh, it's here. I found it.
Oh, he's in the, he ported
He's
back
gonna take
to
like
base,
50 damage. Nothing whatsoever.
Yeah, that ability rank 1 is just pretty much underwhelming. Arteezy top lane. He's gonna go in a bit.
Send your illusions in. Even the illusions are pretty difficult to kill here. Loader tanking them up, losing
At the same time, yeah.
Whoa. Left rank obliterated by S4, 10-0-2 on this puck right now, and Bulldog, time to make your retreat, buddy. This tier 2 is nowhere near safe.
And with that pickup, they're gonna look to... Oh, they're going in?
Maybe
Yeah.
now Zai. Hook shot across to his teammate and gets himself out, but a good weave onto Loader and Bulldog. The Cosmos will keep them at bay as maybe now Secret look to turn. Kuroki's caught with the Viper Strike, but where's the counter negation? Arteezy is up on top, S4 is ready. Dream Coil off cooldown now, blink in, waning rift. Oh, he's gonna go in with the Dream Coil to hold them back. Kuroki graved up and cooldown will land, and we'll finish off that little Blood Seeker. The poison attack from Bulldog will do that job. S4, goodbye, Epic Mad. It just ceases to exist. S4 jumps in and says goodnight. Arteezy, in the meantime, up at this top lane, pushing into tier 3.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Secret, all they're really doing at this point is just, they're going in on one lane. Whenever there's rotations, they go in on another lane at the same time. It's just really smart. Now, yeah, S4.
I'm sorry, but S4 is just destroying people so quickly. I'm watching mid lane where Zai is getting pummeled by Bulldog, but S4 just gets an insta-kill on the top.
Yeah, he's actually 12-0 and really well played by this guy. Shows why he's one of the best pucks around.
Absolutely. I mean, we were talking about his Queen of Pain earlier, but man, this puck.
I mean, just those kind of heroes that really seems to fit him a lot. Like the Queen of Pain, the puck, the really mobile ones, even the Magnus to some extent.
Mobile, aggressive, playmakers, but also pretty hefty damage dealers.
Yeah.
Go for the solo pick-off, but can also be that, synergy hero that brings everyone together and seem to go to work, because Arteezy, he's not 12-0, but he is 2-0-4, 265 last hits with Manta, Battle Fury, and BKB on the courier just delivered to him. Does that indicate fighting? Because so far split pushing, he hasn't had any problems blinking out and TPing. It doesn't feel like, oh, I need to BKB to be able to take towers. That's okay, we're going to go and brute force them right now.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a fighting item. Like, they could probably just extend the game much longer if they wanted to, but Team Secret is not a team that's just going to sit back when they have a lead. They're going to pressure you. So I think that's what they're going to do. Is they're going to look for team fights now with Arteezy. Like, I think they realize that he has what they need for taking fights right now.
Oh, Roshan, we find out when he respawns in about 30 seconds time. The 4-man incursion into the dire jungle from Radiant. Going to be stopped pretty quickly by Arteezy split pushing because he's onto the racks already. Now he turns on the Manta style, turns to fight, and Bulldog drops to half HP. Okay. Is this the man fight you actually want to go into? The Mana Boy drops into 300 HP and now Arteezy just going to TP himself away. So BKB force there, the rest of the team now can start making their way in.
Arteezy didn't even have to use his BKB there. And at the same time, they get fucking mad again in the mid lane.
Buddy.
Where does S4 go from here, you think? With the Dagon 5 having it finished.
Like, the world is his oyster. He can go for Aghanim Scepter against these BKBs, but I don't think there's any, you know, super optimal item. He can go for Hex, Aghanims, go for an E-Blade if he wants to.
Yeah, I think even if the game goes late enough, he might consider the Octarine Core, I think.
Oh, that could be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him drop pretty low and sort of escape by the skin of his teeth a couple of times. Bulldog weaved up there as S4's going in onto Arcade. Finish him off with a good call and Arteezy just walks in. Dodges out a couple of spells there with his BKB and loader. Pops his own, pull down, gonna land onto 2. And back themselves up for now. Puppy still has heals, still has Grave, and will throw that out onto Zai as S4 continues to hammer away at these supports. Takes down another. Zai will finally go down in the end, but Arteezy and S4 demolishing Alliance in the middle of their own team. They're going to hold on to this tier 2 for now. Secret running low on mana. Kuroki doesn't give a damn though. 650 movement speed goes in. He's going to turn around and fight because he's taken down by the Rocket Barrage, and Shadow Fiend with that last minute Requiem. Now that's a fight where you're okay as a Secret. Maybe we can't go in so deep so fast.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a little bit of cocky play, to be fair, but I mean, it's not going to change the game by any means. They're still just going to go for the next Roshan, I think, and just... Yeah, I mean, it doesn't change the game that much, just as you see, like, that's not the winning fight that Alliance needs. They need team wipes. But yeah, Team Secret just... Yeah, they have to consider the fights a little bit better, maybe.
No, wait for the next Roshan. They did just scat it out. Another minute until the big guys back up, though. This does allow Alliance to reset. They can push out bot lane, farm their own jungle for a short while. But with Basher over on the Anti-Mage, are we seeing any new big items for Alliance? You know, Helm of the Dominator doesn't quite cut it. On both SF and Gyro, in fact.
That's a little bit surprising if they both decide to go for that.
Orb and jaunt away. He was looking for the cheeky little pickups in the Rage jungle. Find Epic Man or someone like that. Jump in, kill, jump out. Bulldog, though, doesn't have the same opportunity to just jump himself away. Got no mobility whatsoever. And these illusions with the Rupture, forcing him away. The Blood Right will come out, starts him up. A little bit of damage chipped down as well as Bulldog.
Is he going to get taken now by... Yeah.
Oh, man. S4 jumps over the Dagon. Meanwhile, on the back end of the fight, Kuroki is stunned up, but Arteezy takes down Epic Man. The Rocket Flare will finish that kill off. And look at that, 3 hits. Anti-Mage takes down the Leshrac. It's 3 fell swipes of his golden shiny blades, and Pycat, what's your escape plan? TPing out means you're gonna get bashed. PK just that's the bash. Maybe now TP? Requiem in the fog? Okay, that's the play. Turn out, try and kill Zai, but he's graved up. Puppy not gonna get dropped. Zai, if that grave had ended a little bit sooner, maybe he gets killed by Roshan, but that is perfect timing for Secret. Team wipe for them, into the Roche pit. He's just immortal, and he gets given over to Arteezy.
Yeah, it couldn't have been better, honestly. I think it needs to be the part of it, but I guess this is just time where you just have to call it if you're Alliance. Like, just realize what you're doing wrong and go for the next game.
Yeah, if you look at the Shadow Fiend, you know, 18 souls, you need time to build them back up. Maybe they have one more fight in them, but I'd be inclined to agree. After one more fight, okay, maybe not like this. Admiral Bulldog TP's the tier 2. He's not going to get gone on here, but it's only a matter of time as S4 jumps forward. Epic Man, I'm going to catch this one. If none of the others, I'll find that kill on camera. S4 with a quick and easy over onto Epic Man. Bulldog is doing a hefty amount of damage. Decent over there onto S4, but up at top. Split push is real. Arteezy taking down the ranks up there.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And he still has stages to work with. Also, as we talked about before, S4 is actually opting to go for the Octarine Core, it seems, with the Soul Booster pickup.
Oh,
or
nice.
this can't be a Bloodstone, right? I would really question the Bloodstone here, so it has to be Octarine.
It's basically endgame. Bloodstone, you know, gives you a nice amount of mana regen. A bit of HP and mana, but I want to see the Octarine Core, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, like, the Octarine really gives you enough mana and HP, I think, anyway, so why not go for that instead? So, I think it's gonna be it. He needs about 1,000 gold more.
Kuroki, he finished off that Desolate quite some time ago, and he's got 1,200 gold in the bank saved up. No BKB yet for him, which is kind of surprising. He's gone all out aggression, damage, minus armor. Helps against buildings as well, but we're going to see the wraparound on the Pycat. Arteezy, where's your first hit bash now? Not going to be coming out just yet, but Puppy in the backlines. Admiral Bulldog catches him out with some poison attacks, and Poppy stunned up. One more hit, and Bulldog finds him. Gem picked up and recovered as Arteezy BKBs and fights. There's the bash we were looking for. Bulldog evaporates under the damage, and Elbow is caught out. He's in the middle of the damage train as they will find the kill on the die. Arteezy though battling through it all. Latency Portal still available, and Epic Man being taken down. S4 finishes off Loader, and Pycat is the last man standing. S4 and Arteezy, the two playmakers, will really open up this game for Secret. Looking for the kill onto Pycat, and they'll find it eventually. They've got a cooldown in 1 second time, and there's the kill.
Yeah, I mean, Alliance is getting good kills, but just doesn't cut it when they don't get the puck or the Anti-Mage. They really have to get those, and now it looks like they're gonna go for the top racks with no. Do they have buybacks already?
They've got 5 buybacks in Alliance, but
oh.
Radiant's top barracks
I mean, like, even if they use like a couple of buybacks, I don't think it changes much.
no, at this point, Alliance, they need items. Buying back here is, you know, stem the flow for 30 seconds or a minute or something like that. So yeah, there we go. They tap themselves out. Our first game of the day is going to end up with Team Secret winning over Alliance.
I think this is a game that really not to the draft. I mean, like with the Anti-Mage, it's a really smart pickup against the typical way of drafting in the metagame nowadays, with like Leshrac, Gyrocopter cores, with not a lot of lockdown, and like with the puck as well. Like you have so many